Feral medicine or socialized medicine? You decide. America is a first world country, and yet we have still not adopted the practices of socialized medicine that is seen in regional Europe. I argue that this is feral medicine. We could implement socialized medicine, and to an extent we do. However, the stigma attached to it and the treatment that one receives on state medical benefits is nowhere near what one gets from private insurance benefits. In today's episode, I recount my personal experience with both private and socialized state-sanctioned insurance. So please give this a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and leave me a comment below. And here is today's episode. Hello and welcome to Gaia Geographica, a podcast about geography and the environment. My name is Amanda, and today's topic is going to be a medical geography topic. So I have just been back and forth with the hospital about a medical bill because this is everything to do with the American system of insurance and why I am a proponent of socialized medicine and essentially the regional European model of socialized medicine, and why I have no qualms with this whatsoever. So here's the thing. I had multiple invasive surgeries on my feet when I was young to correct my ankle bone or whatever, and because of having multiple invasive surgeries, I have arthritis in my ankles, and I need to wear orthotics in my shoes, and it makes dancing exponentially more difficult. But because of that, I need to have continued upkeep of my feet. So I had gone at the end of last year, to get a referral from my orthopedic surgeon for new orthotics, because it had been quite a while since I had new orthotics made, and I needed them very much. So I went to my orthopedic surgeon, who is still in practice. I think he was a resident when he performed surgeries on my feet, which is ironic because now the treatment for that is non-invasive surgeries. And had this happened, this been something noticed in people today instead of 30 some years ago, it would be a non-surgical treatment, and it's just done with casting to correct the alignment of the feet. So fortunately I have a lot of ankle pain and arthritis that is unnecessary, but oh well. So I went to the doctor and I got the prescription for the orthotics, and so at time of service rendered, I was on SNAP benefits, and I had Medicaid for a while because I was between jobs. So because I didn't have a job, because I was between jobs, I went on state benefits. And I will say that the treatment that I had received from different providers when I was seeking medical help while I was on the state benefits some of it was actually quite horrendous. And I've always had really great insurance while I was on my dad's plan through grad school. You're able to stay on, if you're a full-time student, you can stay on your parents' insurance until you're 26 in the States. And And so because of that, I had really great insurance my entire life, and then it was okay on my own, and then I was between jobs, and then I had to go on state insurance and benefits because that is what one needs, because we need to have insurance and we don't have socialized medicine. So I had gone through, so I was doing that, and some of the reactions and treatment that I was receiving from various providers when they saw that I had the state benefits I'd never been like, the treatment that you get on state benefits is exponentially different from the treatment that you get on insurance from I don't know what it's called, private insurance or whatever. So that was an eye-opener for me, for sure. However, but because I was still receiving the benefits, the state benefits at time of service rendered, I am eligible to have that bill cleared out, which is fabulous because, again, I am a proponent of socialized medicine in the European model. And so if that is eligible to be, cleared, then of course I'm going to request that, right? But then the other thing I noticed while I was requesting this and talking to the various people about this at the hospital and getting transferred to billing, and then so I was talking to the woman in billing, and she's like, oh, well, we'll transfer you to our charity department. And that was another thing that kind of like struck a chord in me, is we have such a horrible connotation of state benefits as Americans that is considered a charity instead of something that we should be doing for citizens of this country, right? Like following the European regional model and socialized medicine, it is normal to be treated like a human being. and I found the whole thing so interesting. In America, it's seen as a charity case, and in regional Europe, it's seen as humanity. So that's just my quick thoughts on that. So thankfully, I am eligible to have this bill cleared out, because it is quite a hefty bill for just a referral to get my orthotics, which I also had to pay for out of pocket, which was also quite a hefty bill. That wasn't covered by anything because insurance didn't cover the orthotics either. So that's great. Yay, America. So yeah. Other medical news, I did medical geography news. I got my wisdom teeth out over the weekend, and that was 80% of it was covered by insurance, so it was still upwards of $200 per tooth, and I had 2 of them removed, but I'm so glad because they had grown in crooked, and I didn't realize that it was actually my ankle. I didn't realize that it was actually causing me pain until they're no longer there and no longer painful. So yay. So that's my update. I'm curious, so where are you at? Are you living in the European model where medical benefits are paid for? If not, if you are in the United States, are you a proponent of socialized medicine? If no, why? Why is this something that in a first world country, right, in an arguably first world country, why is this something that should fall on the individual and not the state? Let me know your thoughts. Thank you so much for watching, and have a fabulous day, week, month until the next video.